Hiroto had one last sanctuary, the school rooftop at lunch, until today.
A shadow fell over my bread. That was the first omen.
Sign it. Don't ask.
What? Who?
You're Hiroto, right? Then this is for you.
The Red Rose? Knows my name? She hasn't looked at anyone here since enrollment.
The contract was handwritten, every term precise. Clause 1. The signee will act as Akari's public partner for 1 week. Clause 2. No inquiries into her motives. Clause 3. Zero physical contact.
This is insane. Fake dating? Why would someone like you need a stranger?
I said no questions. Either you sign, or I find someone who will.
She'd really walk away. But curiosity is a cage. I can't let her leave without knowing why. Wait, I didn't say no. Just 1 week? No touching? No questions asked?
Correct. Sign now and you'll have your answers when the week ends. Refuse and you'll never know.
He took the pen. The nib left a small, permanent ink dot on the paper.
My hand shook. A signature can't be undone. This one felt heavier than an exam answer.
The contract was signed. Akari plucked the paper from his fingers without a word.
It's effective immediately. Meet me at the main gate after school. Don't be late.
Hold on. At least tell me your name.
You already know it, Akari.
The door clicked shut. Hiroto was alone again, but nothing felt the same.
1 week. Fake dating the most untouchable girl in school. What have I done?
The contract's first day had not yet begun, but the clock had already started ticking. By lunchtime, the hallway had already connected dots that didn't exist. Whispers followed two figures who never walked together.
They're staring, of course. She never lets anyone near her. She hasn't spoken a single word since yesterday. Is this really the plan?
On the rooftop, the contract's rules became concrete. They ate 3 meters apart, as if separated by glass.
This is fake dating? It's more like being a mute extra in her movie.
Don't get any ideas. Visibility is the only requirement listed.
Would a single hello shatter the terms of service?
Not written anywhere. Ergo, not required.
The whispers trailed them back inside. By final bell, Hiroto had heard his own name more times than in his entire school life. After class, Hiroto waited in an empty room, rereading the absurd contract while the minutes crawled.
She said the gate. 20 minutes late now. Did she forget her own deal?
A muffled voice drifted from the stairwell, Akari's tone, but stripped of its usual command.
She's on the phone, and she sounds cornered. That's not the girl who shoved a contract at me.
I told you, I have a boyfriend now. The meeting is pointless. No, it's not a lie. I'll bring him if I have to. Just give me a few more days.
The call cut. Akari stayed motionless, forehead against the cold wall, breath shallow.
A meeting. A boyfriend. She's using me to dodge someone.
A loose tile cracked under his foot. Akari's spine snapped straight.
Eavesdropping isn't in the contract either. You're racking up penalties.
I wasn't spying. I waited at the gate like you said. Then I heard your voice.
Forget it. We're done for today. Go home.
On the floor where she had stood, a crumpled note lay hidden in the shadow. One word, circled in red ink. Kusuke.
Kusuke. The man she's avoiding. This isn't a game. She's running from something real.
Day 2, she demanded they meet at a cafe, a public stage outside school grounds.
So much for the rooftop. Now I'm paying for tea I don't want.
Sit still. Visibility matters more than hiding on that roof.
The door chimed. A classmate walked in, a gossip who fed the rumor mill daily.
Don't move.
No touching. That rule just shattered like cheap glass.
We're together. Any further questions?
The classmate backed away, eyes bulging. Hiroto stared at their fingers, still intertwined long after the threat passed.
You wrote zero physical contact. That was your clause, not mine.
Circumstances shift. A rigid contract invites suspicion.
That wasn't strategy. That was reflex. She's not as cold as she wants me to believe.
Day 3. She chose a cinema, darkness where rules could dissolve unseen.
Her head landed on my shoulder like it had done this 100 times. The contract is a prop. She's rewriting it panel by panel, and I still don't know why.
Outside, she sat on a bench under a dying tree, phone screen painting her face cold. Message on her screen, meeting moved to tomorrow. Bring the boy or I'll choose a husband myself. No more delays. Satsuki.
Your sister? The meeting you're so desperate to dodge, it's tomorrow?
It's not your concern. I'll handle it alone.
It became my concern the moment you grabbed my hand in that cafe. What happens tomorrow?
Nothing you can't handle. Just stand there and look like you belong.
She's terrified, but she'd rather break than ask for help.
They split at the station. Akari walked into the crowd, shoulders a fortress that wouldn't fall.
Tomorrow, I'll walk into that meeting. Not because the contract says so, because she can't do this alone.
The morning bell rang, but Hiroto couldn't focus. Akari's desk remained a hollow shell.
She went alone. After everything, she still doesn't trust me to stand beside her.
Lunch passed. The melon bread sat uneaten, a monument to a broken routine.
Not a single message. Is she okay? Or am I already irrelevant to whatever plan she's executing?
Afternoon shadows stretched into evening. The rooftop door stayed sealed. Then, a click. The door swung inward, and a figure stumbled into the fading light.
Akari, what happened to you?
Her hair had escaped its ribbon. Her blazer hung open, her usually composed face raw and exhausted.
I survived. Barely. They didn't believe me until I showed them photos of us from the cafe.
So she had someone take our picture. That's why she grabbed my hand. Every move was a chess piece. You should have called me. I would have been there in a heartbeat.
I know. That's why I couldn't. You were never supposed to carry this weight.
A tear slipped off her chin. She didn't wipe it.
Thank you for signing that stupid paper. You didn't have to.
Hiroto's anger dissolved. Something more complicated replaced it. A need to protect that felt dangerous.
We still have 3 days. I'll go with you tomorrow. No arguments.
It's not over. Tomorrow they'll want to meet you in person. It'll be worse.
She's hiding more. The photos, the desperation. This isn't just about a forced marriage. But I can't abandon her now. I don't care about worse. But when this week ends, you owe me the truth. All of it.
She didn't answer, only nodded, her eyes fixed on the cityscape below. He handed her a bottle of water. When she took it, her fingers brushed his, and she didn't pull away. The contract had 3 days left, but the rules felt like fiction now. He'd agreed to a week of lies, but the fear in his chest wasn't about being caught, it was about what he'd find when the truth finally surfaced. Day 5. The school festival transformed hallways into a shared stage.
Stay close. A festival crowd needs a believable pair.
Believable. She's more engaged than ever. What changed since last night?
At a drink stall, she bought 2 green teas without asking.
You never touch coffee before noon. Green tea should be fine.
I never told you that. How do you know I avoid morning coffee?
I saw you dump a cup in the trash once. Observation, not a secret file.
That happened in first year. She wasn't even in my class.
They found a bench under an old oak. She mentioned a lost library book from middle school.
Remember when you searched the entire library for that poetry book? You never did find it.
That was a private obsession. I never found it because someone had already taken it. How do you know about that book? I never told anyone.
Rumors travel. Maybe a librarian mentioned a boy who begged for a lost book.
I need to test her. Too many coincidences. I'll invite her to my place. The crowd's exhausting. Want to study at my apartment? It's quieter.
She agreed. Inside his apartment, she hung her blazer on the coat hook without looking. She moved to the kitchen, opened the correct cupboard, and retrieved 2 glasses.
She's been here before. She knows every item's place.
As she turned to leave, her bag caught on the desk corner, spilling its contents. A middle school photograph landed face up. A red circle surrounded Hiroto in the background.
She's been watching me for years. This isn't a favor, it's a fixation.
Akari snatched it back, her laugh hollow. Old scrapbook? Nothing to see. The door clicked shut. Hiroto stood motionless, the image seared into his memory. That night, Hiroto didn't sleep. The photo replayed behind his eyelids.
There has to be a digital trail, old school forums, tagged photos, anything.
Hours of scrolling yielded nothing. Her online presence was a void.
She's erased every trace. But a photo that old, she's kept it close. Why?
Next morning, Hiroto cornered a chatty classmate in the hallway.
Does Akari ever mention anyone? Has she ever brought up my name?
The classmate laughed. Akari? She doesn't talk to anyone. Least of all you.
Then how does she know every detail of my life? The photo says otherwise.
After school, he found her in an empty classroom. She was staring out the window, back to the door.
We need to talk. No more deflections.
About what? The festival went fine. We're still on track.
The photograph. You circled me in a picture from middle school. Why?
Her shoulders tensed, a tremor before the mask clicked back.
A school project. People you admire. The circle was random.
You're lying. The lost book, my coffee habit, it's a pattern. You've been watching me for years.
Coincidence. You're paranoid. This fake dating was a mistake.
The words hung between them like frost.
I have nothing else to say.
As she stormed out, her phone buzzed. The screen lit up in her palm. On the screen, "I'll be there tomorrow. We'll settle this, Satsuki." Akari's face drained of color. Her fingers trembled on the case. Through the door's glass pane, Hiroto saw her silhouette, a trapped animal frozen mid-step.
Her sister is coming. Tomorrow. And Akari looks like she's facing an execution.
Morning came thin and gray. Hiroto's resolve had hardened overnight.
I won't wait for her to come to me. Her sister wants to talk? I'll be there.
But at school, Akari was erased, her locker gaped open, books gone.
She's already with Satsuki. This isn't about escaping a marriage. It's about hiding from me.
By noon, his phone buzzed with a number he didn't recognize. "Come home now. It's about Akari."
Only Akari knows my address. Someone else has been watching both of us.
He ran. The train ride was a blur. At his door, a silhouette waited.
Hiroto. I'm Satsuki, Akari's sister. We need to talk.
How do you know where I live? Where's Akari?
She doesn't know I'm here, but I've been cleaning up her mess for years.
She pulled out the photograph. The same image, now steady in her hand.
3 years. She has a timeline of you, your schedule, your habits, your favorite books.
She cataloged me like a specimen. Every coincidence was a data point.
The fake dating contract was her idea. She begged me for one chance to approach you, so I set up the meeting with Kusuke as bait.
You orchestrated everything. The text threats, the deadline. You're the one pressuring her.
Pressure? I gave her a deadline. Either she confronted you or I'd end this stalking charade permanently.
Hiroto stumbled back. The signed contract, the cafe handhold, the cinema, all engineered from the start.
Every touch, every tear. She planned it. I was never protecting her. I was the target.
She loves you in her twisted way, but she's unstable. I thought you deserved to know before you got in deeper.
She slid the photo into his limp hand. Then she walked away, heels clicking like a countdown.
3 years. And I never saw her. But she saw everything.
The photograph crinkled in his fist. Then he ran. School gates still open. Rooftop ladder clanging under his weight.
She'll be up there. Where else would a ghost wait?
On the ledge, Akari sat motionless, hair a tangled curtain.
You know everything. I can see it on your face.
3 years. You tracked me like a project, not a person.
I couldn't stop. After that day, it became my only constant.
The hand holding the tears, were those real? Or just data points?
Real. I never faked that. Please, don't leave.
I can't trust anything now. We're done.
Her sob was a physical blow, but he didn't stop. At the school gate, he paused, fists white.
No touching. No questions. I broke every rule for a lie.
He slumped onto a bus stop bench, the city a blur.
But her hand, when she grabbed mine, it was desperate, not calculated. And her head on my shoulder, she breathed like someone finally resting. The tears she didn't wipe. What if that was the only honest thing she ever did?
Stray snapshots surfaced, her silhouette watching from the library stacks. A pencil returned, sharpened on his desk. No note. Her face in a classroom window, eyes tracking his every lunch. The photograph burned in his pocket. A circle around his 12-year-old self.
She loved me before I even knew her name. I should feel violated. So why do I feel hollow?
Evening deepened. At the bus stop, his phone lit up. Akari's name.
She's calling. After everything, she still reaches for a lifeline.
He silenced it. Then again. 3 more times. Each buzz a needle.
I can't. Not yet. The wound is too fresh.
He walked home in the drizzle, phone heavy as a brick. Inside, the screen still glowed with unread messages. Please, just let me explain. I'm sorry. I never meant to.
Her apologies are a maze. Does she even know the way out?
Then another call. Satsuki's number. Her voice sharper than before.
Still nursing your pride? Akari's family just called. The meeting is rescheduled tomorrow, no more games.
Rescheduled? I thought the contract voided that.
You think a fake boyfriend cancels centuries of tradition? They'll choose a husband if she shows up alone.
Alone. She'll be surrounded by vultures, and I'm the only one who could stand beside her.
If you hate her, let her drown. It'll teach her a lesson.
She's baiting me. But what if she's right? What if I'm the only shield? You're a monster. You're willing to sacrifice your own sister for what? Control?
I gave her a chance. She wasted it on stalking. Now, she faces the consequences. Unless
what? I play boyfriend one more time?
Unless you decide she's worth more than your bruised ego, you have until tomorrow noon.
The line went dead. Hiroto's reflection stared back from the black screen.
I can't let her face them alone. Not even after all this.
The door slammed behind him. Rain-soaked streets swallowed his silhouette whole. He texted a classmate he barely knew. The reply came at dawn. The old estate by the river. By noon, Hiroto stood before towering walls. The estate swallowed the sun.
She's in there. And I'm still just a fake boyfriend.
He slipped through the gate. Voices echoed from a central hall, measured, cold. Through a paper screen, he saw Akari, a stranger across from her, Satsuki overseeing like a hawk. The screen tore, wood splintered under his shoulder.
Akari won't marry anyone. She's with me.
Hiroto?
You're only making it worse for her. This is a family matter.
He didn't answer. He grabbed Akari's wrist, pulling her to her feet. They burst through the garden, gravel flying, shouts rose behind them. Outside the towering gate, they collapsed against a stone wall, gasping.
Why? After what I did? Why did you come?
I don't know. I just couldn't let them trap you.
Then she told him. A younger girl, books scattered. A boy who knelt to help.
That was the first time anyone looked at me. I've loved you ever since.
Love? Or a 3-year obsession? I can't tell the difference anymore.
It's twisted. I know. But I couldn't stop. I'm sorry.
He didn't take her hand. Not yet. The photograph in his pocket seemed to pulse.
What do I do with this? With her?
He pulled out the crumpled photo. The red circle had smeared in the rain. Neither of them moved. The gate loomed behind, still silent. The week wasn't over. But something had shifted. The lie had turned into something neither of them could name. They walked in silence, the city's noise filling the gap between them.
She's so close, but I still feel the distance of her lens. You studied me like a subject. Every move was planned.
No, the contract was a scaffold. I was too scared to just talk to you.
They passed under a flickering streetlight, her shadow stretching thin.
Scared? You tracked my every habit. That's not fear. That's control.
I never meant to hurt you. It started small, watching from afar. Then I couldn't stop.
A tear slid, but she wiped it this time, angry at herself.
She's not lying. But that doesn't make it right. I need to see the contract again.
They walked to his apartment. She stood at the door, hesitating. Inside, she pulled the folded paper from her school bag, handing it over. He smoothed it on the desk, scanning each clause meticulously. Then his finger stopped. A line near the bottom, half hidden in the crease.
What is Clause 7?
The air froze. Her face lost all color.
I can extend the contract. Indefinitely. I never intended to let you go.
She built an escape-proof cage and called it a favor. So the week was never real. It was a trial period.
I was going to tell you, on the last day, I wanted one real week first.
He stared at the paper, the ink blurring. The contract's deadline loomed. Mere hours left. And everything hinged on a clause he'd never read. Morning light crept through the blinds. Neither had slept.
I couldn't close my eyes. Her words kept repeating, a loop I couldn't break.
At school, Akari looked translucent, a ghost in the hallway.
At lunch, on the roof. I'll bring the contract.
When he stepped onto the rooftop, she was already there, the contract and a pen resting on the ledge.
You brought the tools? Expecting me to sign again?
No. I'm giving you the choice. I won't extend it if you ask me not to.
She's offering an exit. A real exit.
He picked up the contract, rereading Clause 7.
I still can't trust you. Not yet.
I know I ruined everything.
But I'm not asking you to end it. I want to keep seeing you, for real, without a contract.
You mean that?
No lies. No clauses. Just us.
She took the pen. With a shaking hand, she circled the extension option, then wrote void across the page.
I'd rather start fresh, if you're willing.
I'm willing.
And for the first time, their smiles reached their eyes. They sat on the ledge, legs dangling over the city.
About the photo. I'm sorry.
I'm not ready to forget. But I want to try.
Thank you.
The contract fluttered in the wind, but neither reached for it. They descended the ladder, the city's hum replacing the wind.
No contract this time. But you have to promise. No more secrets.
I promise. I'll tell you everything, even the parts I hate.
Her fingers brushed his. Then, slowly, their hands laced together.
This isn't just for show. Her grip is tight, like I'm an anchor.
On a quiet street, she began to unravel the red rose.
My parents are never home. Satsuki raised me, but she's more warden than sister. When you helped me that day, it was the first kindness I'd felt in years.
She told him how she started to watch, just glimpses at first, then every small detail.
I learned your schedule, your favorite snacks, the way you frown when reading. It was my only comfort.
So the contract was your way of crossing the line you drew for yourself.
Yes. And I'm sorry I trapped you. I never wanted to be this person.
You're not just that person. I'm learning the rest now.
They reached a small park. The swings empty. A bench under a glowing sunset. They sat. The silence wasn't heavy anymore. It was space to breathe.
I'm still scared that this could fall apart.
Me too. But I don't want to run anymore.
I'm glad you found me on that rooftop, even if it was twisted.
She laughed, a real quiet laugh, and let her head fall against his shoulder.
I've wanted this for so long. It doesn't feel real.
Maybe that's okay. Real doesn't have to be perfect.
The sky deepened to violet. The swings creaked in the breeze. A week passed, ordinary school days that felt entirely remade. Hiroto sat on that ledge again, a melon bread in one hand, the space beside him waiting.
She's late, but I know she'll come. That uncertainty is gone.
The door swung open. Akari stepped into the sun, her crimson hair a banner in the wind.
You started without me? I see melon bread.
This one's yours. Call it a new clause. Mandatory shared lunch.
She took it, their fingers brushing in the transaction.
How mockingly romantic. You're getting good at this.
They ate side by side, the silence filled with the far-off hum of the city.
Oh, I dug this out of my bag this morning.
She unfolded it. The word void still blazed across the page.
Keeping it as a trophy? Or planning to enforce a hidden clause?
Actually, I was thinking of drafting a new one. With better terms.
What could be better? You already had an infinity clause.
No expiration. Optional handholding. Mandatory melon bread.
I'd sign that. But only if you add no stalking in fine print.
Deal. But I'd tear it up anyway. I don't need a piece of paper to be with you.
Neither do I.
She leaned her head against his shoulder, the voided contract resting in her hand. They watched the clouds, the paper now just a fossil of a fear they'd outgrown. The rooftop had once been a stage for lies. Now it held the only honest thing they'd ever built.